have a little look and just take in the progress we've made so far. These two docks have supplied our little nation. They are the blood flow of our little spot in the Caribbean, or wherever the fuck we are. They've done us so well. Our army is built up. We have a reasonably nice residential zone. We've got the Tory zone. And we've got some industry. We've got a nice bit of industry with the steel mill and the rum distillery. So now we're just going to try and improve the lives of our citizens as we make our way through the World War II years, eventually getting to the Cold War, where we can then start to ramp things up a bit, start actually putting in things that are quite beneficial to the citizens, like the hospital.
Presidente, I am sorry, but we didn't discover anything.
What is
For a
this?
small raise, maybe something will come up in our notes.
You know, I've forgotten what the custom office does. Let's have a look. So the custom office, oh yes, improves the price of export trade routes. Beautiful. Just as we was having our little discussion about the docks and the importance that they had, we get the customs office. Tempted to put it there. That looks kind of... It slightly overshadows the bank, but I don't know. Maybe here actually. Yes, that's much better. So with the customs office, our trade prices are going to go up, which is great. I think our deal with the Allies went back down. I can't remember if the trade route agreement, it wasn't indefinite, I'm pretty sure. But that's fine. Our money is dipping slightly. I'm not really liking that. Our population's at a healthy number for this stage, I think. 366, nearly 400. And I'm not noticing too many issues. The biggest one is, so last time I was saying about food, healthcare, and housing. So I might have to do something with regards to housing, because the housing quality is just so low. I might mug off these country houses and put a tenement in. You know, start to make it look like an actual town, like a more advanced town
Pigs
anyway.
are excellent messengers. They are smart and relatively fast. Unfortunately, they tend to become bacon before they reach their destination.
What? I don't understand. Is this like a... What the fuck was that? Is it because I made the pig ranch? But production reduced by evolution. Yeah, well... Man, look at that. So bad. It's got effectiveness of 39. That's pretty terrible. I'm probably going to get rid of that. But our money, yeah, like I said, our money's kind of not amazing. It's just hovering around the 50k mark. It could be a lot better. And I'm gonna have to come up with a plan as to how we're gonna do that. And it could involve a second rum distillery. Teamsters. I'm going to possibly get another bunch of Teamsters just to increase any demand, just to meet any demands that could possibly occur through the addition of another rum distillery, if I was to put that in. Okay, so first we're going to destroy these houses. Yeah, I know. You wouldn't be able to get away with this in real life. It's a bit mean to just destroy people's houses, but they have no alternative. So we're taking that out, putting a tenement in, making this bit more of a real industrial zone, residential zone even. So yeah, the suggestion of building a tenement, the housing quality drops over time, which is kind of shit. I don't know to what extent it drops. The reason I'm going for the tenement probably more than the house is the house only holds 4 Um, that is more middle class housing, I'd say. And I think we've got to meet the budget of everyone. I rarely ever put these in because they just the housing quality dropping over time just seems so bad. But for now, I guess just to meet the demand of housing, it might be a good idea just to whack it in. So I'm going to put it here on the corner.
Great giant tropical spiders, Presidente. We have a crisis, and we have to act fast.
This is why we got the 4 Panzer divisions for these fuckboys who have attempted to invade my land. Oh shit, where did they come from? Did they immediately defect to my side? I don't understand what's happened there. Immediately I had 2 infantry units at the ready right there, and then here comes my palace troops. The second set of palace troops, always first into battle. Oh, except today, because these guys appeared out of absolutely nowhere. But despite the fact that they are tanks, they're jumping straight in. I'm hoping the Panzer divisions will be on their way. Christ, a valiant effort by these boys. They're not messing around. We've not even lost a tower. We did it, I think. We repelled the invasion. Amazing. We've successfully repelled another invasion. And I tell you what, with an army this size, I don't really see how we can be conquered.
Comrade Presidente, I fear that the revolution's agenda is threatened.
I don't even know if I want to...
the communists feel
you know
that
what?
our revolution...
Yeah, sure. I could do with another construction office. It's not a big deal. Okay, I've got one over there, one here. Just for completeness. I might have one in the army zone. I don't want to make it... I don't want to put it in a place that makes it look kind of bad though. I don't hate that. It's just a bit weird, isn't it? I'll tell you what. Actually, let me check the food help. The food variety is 64, which is okay. I'm going to get rid of that and put a construction office there because the ranch is failing. It's doing absolutely nothing. Come on. And in its place, we will smack a construction office. And that will get us some more standing with the communists, because they are not my biggest fan at the minute, from what I can remember. So, the capitalists, good standing. It's 46 of them. Communists are indifferent to me, so I'll take that. You know what? This is what you want, really, from the factions. Indifference. I'm just here to facilitate your well-being and living on this island. You don't really have to care about me. You just have to vote me in, and I'll keep your shit running. If you're indifferent, that just means I'm doing just good enough that everyone's allowed to do their own thing. And for me, that is a mark of a good society. Not polarized anyone. When they talk about El Presidente, what do they say? They say, yeah, doesn't really bother me either way, really. That is what unifies people. When they do not give a shit about their great ruler. So, they can continue living their lives just as they please. 69% approval rating. But overall, they're completely indifferent. Fantastic.
The world is at war.
Have 3 barracks, 8 grand. Already got it, mate.
An allied
multiple.
diplomat talked my ears off trying to get Tropico to participate in a great offensive, counter-offensive, or escape. I couldn't fathom which.
Okay, so the Allies want us to take part in one of their wars. And they want us to send the army. I'm tempted. I'm slightly concerned about what that does for our security. But in the lore that is this game, possibly sending the army will will improve the Allies' war effort, and meaning the Axis forces, the bloody Nazis, aren't going to attack my island so much. So, cautiously, I'm going to send my army. And that's going to give me plus 20 relations with the Allies, which is exactly what we want. See what the customs office has done for our imports and exports. Damn, it has increased it by nearly £1,000. We can export steel. I think it's 500. So we was exporting steel for 4.9k. Now we're exporting it for 5.4. So a good investment, a great investment. Now let's see if anyone is going to be using the tenement. They are. There are, out of the 12 families to 24 people, there's 19 there. That's not amazing. I don't really know if it's affected the shacks at all. I actually have the option to destroy the shacks, and which will encourage them to go into the tenements, which are just really blocks of flats, I guess. But I don't think that's a reasonable thing to do, because it's their choice to live in a shack. They want to live in a shack. Live in your fucking gross shack, because that is your choice. But I will give you a tenement. I will place a tenement near you, and if you decide to live there, it's up to you, pal. But El Presidente, Maria del Carmen Casa Hombre, not gonna fuck you up like that.
We discovered a way to decrease casualties in battle.
Okay, cool. We got some military managers, which means I can probably add some managers to the pack. Oh shit! I got loads of managers. I need to start assigning these people. Okay. Agent. Detect the hidden roles of 20% of the workers in the building. A good place to have that. An agent. Anyone who's sus. Probably people. Probably somewhere where, you know, maybe college? Nah. I could put in the college. But I'm kind of sus of the steel mill and stuff. The steel mill and the rum distillery, because they're going to have the people that are most easily influenced to the bad side. But also, we've got a lot of union leaders. That's good. What the union leaders do is they increase the job quality by 10. So, you know what, just for the sake of being nice, I'm going to put some union leaders, one in the rum distillery. I'm going to put them in the industry buildings, because our workers deserve to have a nice workplace, alright? So the union leaders are going in the rum distillery, the steel mill, the lumber mill, and the last bit of industry, possibly the cocoa plantations. Which one's producing the most? That's how I determine who's my favourite. Ooh, it's really close. You're my favourite. So, union leader in there. Our industry are managed by people who care about the people. They protect them. Our next manager, okay, a manager for the bank. What are we saying? We've got the money grubber. Increased budget by 5%. Stolen money goes to the Swiss bank account. You know, just for immersive purposes, it's got to go in the bank. It just has to go in the bank. And the agent, I'm going to put the agent in. I'm going to put them in the college, because the very smart people work in the college, and if one of them defects, they're going to fuck with the rest of them. They're going to be able to influence the others. So I'm going to want to cut that shit out immediately. I don't have a manager in the palace. I don't know if I want one. You know what? There's a manager called the Agitator, and they increase approval for the regime by 1. And I think it's very appropriate for that person to work in the palace. The next two are environmentalists. They reduce the pollution in the vicinity. For them, I am maybe... Let's have a look for some environmentally friendly things. Maybe the Teamsters office. You know what? The sugar plantation. Has already got an environmentalist. And yep, they've both got environmentalists. So the second plantation makes sense to have an environmentalist. One that's not my favourite. And let's see if the landlord still works at the restaurant. Nope. And I'm going to put the landlord manager in the pub, because it's right next to the tenements. It increases the housing quality. Makes sense. It's all coming together. And the last one is another environmentalist. So I'm going to slap that on somewhere where there's a bit of pollution. And for that, I'm going to say, I don't want to put. I might put the environmentalist in the army, in Panzer Division 1. I'm trying to make a more inclusive, forward-thinking military.
Our brave soldiers are either fighting against tyranny and oppression or for it.
They want me to export 10,000 bananas. I technically do produce bananas, so I guess I'll accept that.
Our brave soldiers.
Okay, 68% approval rating. Again, let's have a look at the factions. Good standing with the communists and the capitalists. Not going to figure that out. Poor standing with the militarists, but we're about to do this banana mission, which for some reason makes them happy. I don't know how I've got a poor standing. Maybe it's because I sent the military away, but I've got... I mean, it's essentially... The military is interweaved into the society. It's in the industrial area, and it's near the residential area. They are surrounded by the military, so I don't know why that's annoyed them. And yeah, the others are just indifferent, really. Entertainment dipping, food's kind of dipping. I might need to make another corn plantation. Healthcare's shit. Housing's still shit. I have, of my 421 citizens, 339 of them are homeless. So, that is becoming... I know I said wasn't really concerned about housing, and I'll be honest with you, I'm still not really. But that's a lot of people living in shacks. It just looks kind of shit. Religion's also kind of low, so is liberty. I may address the issues of entertainment near the original residential zone, but I might improve the Tory zone a bit to make that more of a nice place to live. And I'm going to add another tenement just to complete that little residential zone. 3 tenements, 3 blocks of flats, and a bunch of shacks. That's the lower budget part of town. Near the Tory zone, I might introduce a sort of middle classy area where it's houses. So I'll probably do it possibly around here actually, just as a buffer between the college and the Tory zone. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it. The way we get, and that will lead eventually to the tourist zone, which, as I said before, is going to go along this river, whatever this is. It's going to go along it because it looks real nice. Got a nice little waterfall over here. Oh, our trade deal with the allies for silver, for steel has been completed. So I'm going to need to whack on another trade route of some sort. I'm not exporting to the Nazis. They can fuck off. Yeah, even I say. Yeah, no, I'm not only not taking that deal because I cannot physically do it because I need good standing. I'm doing it also out of principle. At the moment, no good trade deals. We'll just have to wait.
I am so furious.
Rebels.
I cannot believe what just happened.
Rebels are attacking. Shit, man. 4 squadrons of rebels. I don't understand how I thought you were all fucking indifferent. If you're indifferent, why are you rebelling? I bet some of you cunts have got an approval rating above 80 for me as well. Look at them, little rats. Little fucking rats. You're a scum. You're an absolute fucking plague on this society. Everyone's just trying to get on with their lives, and here you lot with your fucking machine guns.
Presidente, we have made a major breakthrough.
We unlocked the dual factory. But for now, I got to deal with these assholes getting up in these residential zones with their M16s and their weird ideology and shooting my troops. And statistically speaking, they're ironically going to be from the fucking militarists. So the militarists are currently attacking the army. What do you make of that? They're militarists. They support, by definition, they support the army. They're attacking it. This is honestly pathetic. Let's see how they get on there.
That's one huge wave, Presidente.
Fucking
And it's coming
tsunami!
straight for us.
Well, won't have to worry about the rebels anymore. Everyone's gonna fucking drown. I don't have an overlay through tsunami danger area. Oh my god, there's a whole animation for the tsunami. Boys, I think we're fucked. Oh fuck. Oh my god, it's huge. Oh my god, it's fucking huge!
I didn't think we were going to survive that humongous wave.
They destroyed both. Oh fuck, they've crippled our economy, bro.
Where are you going? The big
They've taken out the
wave is
plantations.
this way. Surf's up.
You know what, actually, no, we're okay. They took out both sugar plantations, the corn plantation, and I'll mention the others in a second, but the one cocoa plantation. The reason this is fucked is because the one corn plantation is actually what is producing most of the food for the island, and the sugar is helping to produce the rum. So I'll have an no. Okay, yeah. See, the rebels have chilled out now because bigger problems.
Good evening.
Look at the approval rating. 61. Rebels, by the way. 61. 51. 27. You can fuck off.
Amigo.
8.
Presidente?
51. The one who's 8 has influenced the others. There's no way. Look, and there's one of my dead soldiers. Fuck you guys. You think you're in civilian clothes? I'm going to forget what you did. I fucking won't forget any of you. Hortense Salazar.
Presidente?
Aino. I can't pronounce your name. Aino Daniel. I'll write it down though.
Greetings.
Oh, fuck off. You know, you guys are going to be absolutely fine. I'm not going to remember any of your names. First, we're going to press rebuild all, but we're going to prioritize the corn first, because we can go about the rebels overpowered our defences. No, mate, there was a tsunami. What's happening? Oh, we've got a flooded building. Right. Any more flooded buildings? Oh my god. For fuck's sake. Flooded the opera house. It flooded the college. Flooded the church. It flooded a building. So now I got paid. It flooded the barracks. Fine. Fine. Let's see what this is.
It looks like the wars in Europe will finally end. It is but a matter of time before the Allies deal the Axis a crushing blow.
Oh, what? I've got to sign a treaty with the Axis and the Allies. I think for that I'm going to need a second embassy. But forget about that. Oh, mate. 2 died from starvation last year. That's two that didn't need to die. Rebel, what rating you got? 24? Cool.
Hi,
What about you?
At your service.
98. No, that's not a rebel.
Good day, amigo.
Okay, yeah, these guys.
Hi,
Okay, these guys can't hate me. Desideria. Yeah, that's. I'm sure it's not pronounced with a fucking West Country accent. Desideria Santiago has an approval rating of 1. This cunt wants me dead. And you know what? I bet some of these people work at the fucking military themselves. No, minor, lives in a shack. British. Wealth, well off. Can't please some people. Okay. Corn is back. Need to prioritise the sugar now. The sugar and the cocoa. Cool. The library. That's a big shame. It's a good thing I built that extra construction office actually, because they'll be able to sort this out a bit quicker. Yeah, we took a bit of a beating there, but we move, we recover. They can't keep us down. Before the tsunami and before the rebel attack, I was saying how I'm going to develop a little middle class area as a buffer between the college and the Tory zone. And I'll probably flesh out the centre part of town a bit more, the downtown kind of area. Once we hit the Cold War era, that's when you're going to see some much cooler shit. Some much better stuff for our citizens, like the hospital. We will also have, let's see, the vehicle factory, which, like I said, is going to produce loads of money for us. And I think we get casino. You need electricity first, but yeah, we'll get a casino because I'll once we hit Cold War, then I'll build a power plant. I'll import coal. I'll probably add another dock. I'll probably add another 2 docks maybe. Import coal, and yeah, that's just how it will start running. It will modernise, and we'll start to look a bit healthier. We're at the 62% rating. Just gonna wait for these. Just gonna wait for everything to rebuild. And it looks like it has. So now I'm going to start the middle class area. I don't really have a name for it other than the middle class area. I'm not really going to try and come up with one. It's the middle class area. We'll say this is the part of town that everyone hates. The Tory zone hates them because to them they're fucking slobs. Oh shit, my iron mine depleted. Okay, don't worry about that. We'll just quickly build another one. Okay, let's get this going over here. Get the road nice and straight. Perfect. With that, so steps to take. Build the middle class zone, where, like I said, the Tory zone hates them because to them they're slobs, and the tenements, the lower budget zone, hate them because they think they're posh cunts. And really, it's the Tory zone that's fucking it up for everyone. But they're not going to talk about that. They're just going to blame the middle class zone. Which is why I'm going to give them some nice houses, because they're going to go through a hard time. Not as hard of a time as the people living in the tenements, but just enough for me to, you know, cut them some slack just a little bit. We'll get them some nice things that they can just keep in there. See, that is a nice house. I like that a lot, and I would do it sideways. But I think this just looks a bit more homey. It's like a nice little neighbourhood. Cool. I did fuck up our treasury there a little bit. Down to 30k. That is alright. Best build that mine. And then focus on the treaties. Gonna mug off the Axis forces.
It
and
looks
side
like
with the
wars
allies.
in Europe will.
So, what we got here? Allies. Send an ambassador. Yep. So we're going to sign a treaty.
The Allies are
the Allies.
pleased by your cooperation during this extremely turbulent time.
Cool. The Allies have agreed a treaty. And the Axis, I've got to send an ambassador.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news,
Okay,
but
we're
I
going to
am.
get attacked again.
Those rotten Axis generals won't sign a treaty with us.
Fucking come on then. You think you can take on my 4 panzer divisions? What are you even bringing? One panzer division. Pathetic. Once again, a pathetic attempt. My people will not stand for this. My two squads that are inexplicably by the docks are doing a fucking stupendous job again. You boys are so bloody brave. So proud of each and every one of you. Come on, the boys. Do it for Isla de Raiton. Destroy these Axis forces. Get us into the Cold War times. Let's not even lose any troops. There go the palace troops. Fuck them up. Shit houses. There goes the first enemy tank. We have 3 enemy squads aiming on this one tower, and unfortunately one of the towers has gone down. Just in time though for the first Panzer Division to arrive. Go on, boys. Go on, fuck them up. You might want to start firing at them. Yeah? This is why this game's a little bit broke. There we go, come on. And then the 2nd Panzer Division has joined. They formed a super division and they're moving in a pincer formation onto the remaining enemy forces. Amazing. Once again, we've repelled with ease. We've repelled the Nazis with ease, and we're in the Cold War period. Which, you know what that means? That means they are not just going to be the Allies on the Axis. I'm pretty sure we're going to be dealing with the Soviets and the Americans. So let's just rebuild
Well, people, you
everything
thought
that
those
fell.
world wars that we barely survived were bad.
And
Welcome to the
oil.
grim present
Oil,
of a
oil,
possible
oil.
nuclear apocalypse.
We're about
Give
to
me a break,
fucking
people.
give our
They
economy
may call
a
it Cold
huge
War,
boost.
but we know
We're about to
war,
start
well, war
getting that
never
oil in.
changes.
Going to create a small little oil town. Nah, I probably won't do that. Oil town sounds a bit mental actually. But I do need to stretch out. I do need to stretch the road out, like go a bit out of the way to get the oil. So I'll probably allocate some Teamsters there. And maybe a bar. Because there's a bauxite. Yeah, there's a bauxite deposit. So where the oil is... Oh shit, we got two... Oh, and uranium. Oh my god, and gold. Oh my god. Is that... Oh, that's another iron. Guys, we've got raw resources for fucking days. Okay, okay. So in that case, I think the natural growth of the island is going to have to be to the eastern side. Maybe even connect eventually up with this beach here. So I will have like a crescent-shaped society, basically. And it might be a bit drawn out. It might be a bit too far. But over time, if we gradually develop that, it could look very good. But for the time being, we're going to start exporting some oil. And I tell you, as far as I'm aware, it's going to really, really boost our economy. The first step, however, is to find it. And we've unlocked touristy stuff, so I can start working on that as well. Unlocked a cathedral. That's going in. Exciting times, honestly. Exciting times. Supermax prison. There's a Supermax prison, and I can put people in there. I'm not going to, though, okay? If I will... Oh, yes, the Supermax prison. You can arrest people, and they'll be, quote, re-educated and abandon their negative roles. Now, you could argue, given the fact that the rebels show no respect, and they clearly display their rebel activities, and they are a danger to society because their actions do lead to warfare in the streets, you could argue that a Supermax prison might not be the worst idea. You know, re-educate. Approval rating of 1. What, am I that bad? Am I that bad? You've got an approval rating of 1? You clearly need to be re-educated. And I mean that, re-educated, because you clearly haven't been educated correctly on what Carmen Maria del Casa Hombre has to offer. Okay? So I'm not saying I'm using it now. I'm just saying if the rebel activity becomes, let's say, you know, too much to just let go. Only 15 citizens. Only the worst I would take. I would only take those with an approval rating of maybe less than 20. Because you can't hate me that much. You must be misinformed. And you can quote me on that. You can't hate me that much. You must be misinformed. All good leaders have probably thought that in their head. I was just contemplating there if I'm a good leader. Probably not. Based on what I've just said, probably not. But forget that for now, because we need to get some oil. I don't know how to. I don't fucking know how to get this oil going. Is it a mine? Let's see. No, an oil well. That should be somewhere. This is how you know I'm not very good at the game, because I don't know where shit is. Right, plantation, mine, wharf, oil well, research. I've got to fucking research it. Oh yeah, of course I do. 11 months, that's fine. 11 months. We can wait 11 months. That's absolutely fine. In the meantime, vehicles factory has to be researched as well. When I normally play this, I normally play the modern era, just straight off the bat, and with that you don't need to unlock half of these things. Ooh. You seeing this? That is a concern. The reason that we're not getting any resources into the steel mill is because our iron mine is not built, and that they might start rioting. So I'm going to make the executive decision to quick build that, because that needs to get going straight away. I need to put everything on it really. I'm going to increase the effectiveness but drop the... Let's see if I've got any managers actually. If I've got a union... Yeah, I've got a union leader. So I'm going to increase the effectiveness by 20, but the job quality is decreased by 10. When I put the union leader in, that decrease by 10 will be negated. So everyone's happy. Everyone's happy. We're more productive, and we're just as happy as before. We've got a few more managers that I'll allocate shortly, and we've got some missions.
I wouldn't get my hopes up too high, but things are
We get 10 grand if we have an economy
between
hotel.
the east and the west.
I'm down to go with that.
Comrade Presidente, during the revolution's glorious
Build
march,
5 gardens.
I accidentally...
I think I already have 5 gardens. Or 5 more? Yeah, fine, sure. Okay. Need to slow it down a bit. Our economy is at 20k. It's actually decreasing at the moment. And I need to figure out why. Okay, we can export steel. We could have exported steel to the USSR for 7.5k. But we don't have a high enough standing with them, unfortunately. For the minute... You know what? I know I sided with the Allies and that was pretty cringe. And you know what? I'm probably going to side with the Americans. So that's also pretty cringe. But if you know history, you know how the Cold War went. And I'm not willing to be on the losing side of this one. So we're exporting cocoa to the United States, which is going to increase our standing with them. And piss off the Russians ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Our embassy. Invite country, USA. We will praise them. And this is the old USA. This ain't the modern time USA with all its fuckery. This is the classier USA, which had its downfalls, mainly being their views on race division. But Tropico is all inclusive. Everyone on Tropico... sorry, I spoke out of turn. Everyone on Isla de Raiton is included. We do not... There's no segregation. There's no separation of races. Everyone lives together peacefully, and if they don't, then Supermax prison will re-educate them eventually. So it's not a problem. I just saw a rebel who works at the iron mine.
Good day!
You alright, mate? Oh, roll rebel leader. See, why has the rebel leader got an approval rating of 47? Sounds kind of sus, doesn't it? He could do going to a Supermax prison for re-education. He's clearly he's just missed out on a few of my points. If he's got an approval rating of 47. But we won't worry about that for now. Gonna get... there's a bit of a delay. There we go. Okay, the steel mill is back up and running again. The little delay due to the iron mine being depleted has sorted itself out. Now, I've got to build 5 gardens. Oh, there's new factions as well. I'm pretty sure. So the factions now, there's 2 more. So we had militarists, which I still got a very poor standing with, but there's 37 of them, so don't really care. Religious indifferent, there's 88 of them. Communist indifferent, 72. But the fact they're indifferent is right. Beloved by the capitalists, 94 approval rating from the capitalists, but overall only 55 of them. We've got the environmentalists, who are indifferent, and the industrialists, who are both indifferent. So I'll take that. I'll take that. I don't see a problem with that, really. Let's have a look at our happiness stats. Entertainment took a hit. 46. Food's been gradually declining since 1944, and it is 1946 now. So it's a bit of a shame. Healthcare is bad, but I have a solution. First part of that, getting another dock in. Yeah, I know it must be placed on the shore. Okay, I've got pretty limited space here, so I will try my best. I'm probably gonna have to get rid of that road. Let's get rid of the road. Sorry, wharf. Okay, cool. So the dock can go here. I just need to rejig the roads a little bit. And what that dock is going to be used for is to import coal. I do have coal on the island. I want that to be used almost exclusively for the vehicle factory that's eventually going to come out. So with the extra port, I'm going to use it to import coal for the power plant and possibly do another export, some sort of trade route as well. Let's see. Okay, reinforced holes for the dry dock, just to increase our
Great giant tropical spiders, Presidente. We have a crisis.
Rebels,
and
yeah,
we have
rebels.
to act fast.
Boys, the Supermax prison is going to be here. I can feel it in my soul. The Supermax prison is going to be a thing. I didn't want to do it. I don't have to do it. But I am going to do it. Because I can't stand for this. I absolutely just can't stand for this. But the dry dock, so we've increased how much the ships can carry by 50%. And for 20k, each dock provides 1 extra trade ship. That sounds amazing. I don't know if it's needed right now, but I think once things pick up a
We've
bit.
discovered the mineral
Yes, we've got fucking
oil,
oil.
which can.
Okay, oil is on the cards. We're going to unlock democracy because why not? So, oil well. We're going to see, what's the money at now? 18k. Watch that shit just start to absolutely rise up once I put the oil in. If I can just fucking find it. Why is this game so confusing? There we go, oil well, thank you. Okay, we're nearly at the 500 mark with our citizens. 475 at the moment. And this oil well's being built. The Teamsters are going to have to come a long way out to come get the oil. But I'm hoping the fact that I don't have a lot of oil going on means that they'll be able to deal with that relatively easily. I think I'm going to have to put another Teamsters office just in between. Because eventually I'm going to have the bauxite and this area here, the uranium and the second oil well. There are 3 on the island, so with that second oil well it makes sense that this Teamsters office got to go up just to deal with the extra demand that's going to be coming from that area. And it's arguably, when the vehicles factory starts being made, it's arguably going to be a good idea to have a dock over on this side, just so that the oil and the iron and the coal and all that, it will be developed here, and then I might put a dock here just to export it off to this side. I don't know if that logic is going to work in the game, but to me it makes sense to have just a dock mainly specialised towards that area of the map. Okay, so the third dock is in. The oil well is functioning, I believe. We're going to increase the effectiveness of that. And we'll come back to that in a minute and see what profit we've got. So the logging camp has just destroyed itself because it's run out of stuff to make, I guess. Run out of trees, not stuff to make, fucking trees. That's what a lumber mill does. Oh damn, the lumber mill produces like 500 profit. That's pretty good. In that case, I'm going to rebuild a logging camp. Again, I don't have overlays, so I'm just going to put it in the trees. Profit on the oil well so far, 164. I'm sure that will increase as time goes on, because you know it's fucking oil. Gardens was the next thing, just to increase some of our standing with I think it's environmentalists. And the way we're going to do that is I'm going to give each of these houses a pool, because they're middle class, and if you're middle class you've got to have a pool. So they've all just got a pool. I've fulfilled my quota for the gardens.
I am so furious.
And the rebels
I cannot
fucking
believe
attacking
what
me
just
for some reason. That's my reward. What extent is the forces? 3 rebel units. 3. Man. Am I doing that shit of a job socially? There's rebels like a reasonable amount of time. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rebel units at the minute. Fuck. This is causing issue. Oh, listen to that fucking gammon. Okay, I need to figure out who's... It's the militarists. It's the militarists that are doing this. I don't... 42 voters, right, are causing a significant amount of damage here when it comes to fucking mental health and literal physical safety of my citizens, as I send in 4 tanks to deal with a few rebels. No boys, it's not fucking on anymore. You can't just keep fucking doing this. You're fucking unemployed, mate. You're 50 years old, you're born in France, you come over here, you've got educated in my fucking school, you live in a tenement, you're unemployed, you're fucking rich, your approval rating is 30, and you've taken arms against my army. You're going in the fucking Supermax prison. I mean it, you're going in the fucking Supermax prison. I could kill you for 2k. I could kill you for 2k. It'd be so easy. I could bribe you for 5, but I'm not a pussyhole. I'm not going to bribe you. I could banish you for $1,000. I could discredit you for 5. Nah, no, chill. You can't, I can't socially engineer my, I can socially engineer them actually. I can do a smear campaign. I'm probably going to do a smear campaign against the militarists actually. And do you know why I just did that? Because they attacked my people and they're supposed to be fucking militarists. They're supposed to care about this nation and they keep trying to fucking kill my army. So yeah, I just launched a smear campaign against them. And let's see what effect that's had. They've decreased in voters ever so slightly. 36 voters. The smear campaign decreases their voters and puts them into other categories with people that are reasonable, religious. Okay, it's not a great start. But communists, okay, yeah. capitalists, they're, of the ones I just mentioned, they're the most reasonable. They make sense. Environmentalists, see, they're either indifferent or they like me. The only ones pissed off are, oh my god, the militarists don't like me because I invited the USA to Tropico. They don't like the fact that there's a United States embassy in Isla de Rayton. And they don't like the fact that they don't like that I've got democracy, that I let immigrants in. They don't like the wealthy citizens vote, that's fair. And they don't like workers' paradise. Fuck these guys. Fuck them. I want that faction gone. I don't want to hear anything about that faction ever again. I have the option to provoke a conflict with the rebels. And I tell you what, if I build a Supermax prison, fuck me. I'm going to do that. Defeat them. Wait for them to start walking around. Supermax prison, a lot of them. Cunts. Ooh, geological survey increases the amount of all natural resources by, just doubles them, I think. No, it says increase. Might do that. Secret police. Moral dilemma here. I don't know if I should be having secret police. Okay, sensitivity training for my police officers. That's a good edict, and that's gone in. We've got fracking for oil. Waste sorting reduces pollution from all residential buildings. Yeah, I'm down for that. Let's get that going. Can do a census potentially. I'm gonna do the military. I might do the military drills. The rebels don't actually.
Elections are coming, Presidente. As our country.
Yeah, mate. 59% election, no problem. Not an issue. Fuck, man. Look at our treasury. We've got 9k. What's going on? What is going on? The profit. I lied to you guys. Because fuck me, the profit on this is shit. Maybe it's because there's not enough workers in there. Man, that is a shame. I thought that was really going to give us a big boost. Oh, okay. The economy's recovering again just a little bit. Maybe there's a delay. Maybe there's just a bit of a delay in our exports and imports and stuff. Okay. Alright. Cool. Back at 40k. Little rant I just had there was absolutely alright. The money's coming in. The USA sending me money. I'm going to praise them again. And I've got to think the next step was to get coal. Was to import coal. 705 per 1,000 units is fine. Is great. It increases our standing with the USA, and will set us up to have some power. And it's now suggesting that I build corn, which to me implies that the food level is actually dropping slightly. So I'll build another corn plantation. I would import it, but I've run out of boats basically, and I don't want to spend 20k on doubling the boats, because I don't think it's necessary right now. Wow, that looks like it's going to produce fuck all. So let's get that back. And without the overlays, this is genuinely quite difficult just to know where to put it. But I'm guessing if there's a corn plantation right there, then this area should be good for corn. So just for now, just to get our citizens enough food, I'm going to do this. Build a second corn plantation. Let's let time advance a little bit. that will also allow our stockpiles of coal to build up. So there's enough there for when the power plant goes in. So we should let that go just for a little bit. We don't seem to be having too many issues with traffic, which is really nice. We haven't hit 500 people yet, which is actually a little bit surprising. And now I think we're going to put in the power plant. The power plant I'm going to put just out here. I think that'd be a
We
good place
tried
for it
to
go.
discover democracy.
Okay, we got democracy, so more constitution options. C. Could do total state control, reduce liberty, assassination and banish actions cost less. Security surveillance, police discovers special citizens such as rebels faster, or an open society, high liberty. I can't assassinate or banish people, which I probably shouldn't be able to do anyway. But it makes special citizens harder to discover. I'm going to go open society because that makes sense to me. That's just fair. When it comes to the economy, I can have a free market, plutocracy, or planned economy. The free market says the institution of the state have no legal right to control or interfere with the formation of the prices of the goods and services which are exchanged within the borders of the national market with Isla de Rayton. So really, I don't have any. Oh, fuck it. We know free market's the way it should go, and independent media. So we're a proper liberal island. And I think once this power station is made, that's going to be it. That'll be it for episode 4. So maybe just a quick summary. We have an additional dock. We have introduced the bank and the customs office. So our central area is looking more city-esque, more upper class, I suppose. We've got a small middle class area where everyone has a pool, because that's what you got to do, and an even smaller Tory zone. And we just fucking dipped. Oh boys, we just dipped below the 50% threshold for approval, which means it's time for martial law. It's martial law time until they learn that I'm good for
What
them.
do you think
Alright?
about this martial law, fellow Tropicans? At first,
Shame
I
in it.
felt like a
Hate
caged
to see it.
tiger.
Hate
but
to
now
see
I
it.
try
The USA has launched a new...
Yeah, praise the. I'll praise them. I praise the United States. So yeah, now I'm no longer a technically no longer a Democratic leader. Just technically. Love it. Love to see it. So yeah, I'm technically a dictator right now. And I think I'll leave it at that. So I'm slightly concerned now by the way this is going. The money's not rolling in. The oil well was a lie. And I think I've managed to piss off. I think I've managed to piss off a few people with my new constitution. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh shit. So, good news. Capitalists 100% love me. 64 people, I'm beloved by them. Environmentalists, beloved. Industrialists, indifferent. Religious, they're kind of indifferent to me. You know, just poor standing, really. They're just like, The militarists, with 38 voters, hate me. It says the word hated in red letters. The communists, 76 voters, hate me. They hate me. So, you've heard of a communist revolution. I think it's about time for a capitalist revolution. And I'm going to have to I'm gonna have to put that Supermax prison in, because these communists need to be retrained. And that will be next time on the on this ever increasingly morally bankrupt, socially fucked island that is currently under martial law. And that's all from Isla de Raiton. Until next time.